Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. I know it's morning, but I could not wait to talk about Days of Our Lives. I am so... Here's the thing. For the longest time, you never saw on, like, Soap Opera Digest that, Days has the best stories or Days is doing so good, You really didn't. And in fact, on their thumbs up, thumbs down section, almost every single week Days would get a thumbs down for something. It was really unfortunate. But since Ron Carlivati has taken over as head writer, the show has increased by leaps and bounds. It's awesome. I mean, everything is just so fantastic. Whether it's the okay, well, let's just get into last week. So last week we saw Ben Weston show up at Abby's wedding to Chad. Now Abigail stood up to her inner demons and then she fucking decked him in the face, which was hilarious. I was like, "You go, girl, you get him." And he was like, "Listen, I'm not even here for you. I'm here for him." And he points to Sonny. And basically he says Will is alive. And he's like, and here's the thing that really irritates me about that. I mean, besides the whole, that's a little bit hokey, but they're drawing people in, I guess, But other than that, I mean, I do like Will, so it would be nice to see him back, I'm trying to be positive about that. But what's unfortunate is that almost every single person there is taking Sonny's side. And no one is thinking about poor Paul. I feel so bad for Paul because, I mean, it's unfortunate that Sonny is now like, well, I need to find out if Will is alive or not because I love him and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, and by the way, Paul, you're second choice. You're second best. Even though Paul dated him first. I mean, the whole thing is just, and then what if Will is alive and they get back together? What does that mean for Paul? That's unfortunate. Although, so let's talk about some of the new characters that are coming on the show that still have not made their appearance yet. Vivian Alamain, well, she's not a new character. We'll talk about all the actors and actresses coming to the show, right? So Louise Sorel, who plays Vivian Alamain, she's coming back to the show. We know that Eileen Davidson is coming back, but we don't know as who, and I'm praying that it's a Susan Banks, because I fucking love... Susan Banks is my life. I mean, no, she's not, but I live for her. I live for Susan Banks. She is the best, the absolute best. Who else is coming back? Oh, so Tyler Christopher is joining the show as a new character. We don't know anything about that or what that's about. Who he played Nicholas Cassadine. He was the Nicholas Cassadine on General Hospital. And then Greg Rickert, who played Kevin Fisher on Young and the Restless. He's joining a new character on Days of Our Lives as well. So they're just getting it all across the board. And I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. It is fantastic. And there's some kind of scuttlebutt online that maybe Greg Rickart's character is going to be a love interest for Paul, which would be great because it would be nice to see Paul happy with someone as opposed to, constantly getting shit on, right? But maybe it's Tyler Christopher's character that is the love interest for Paul. I mean, I don't know. We don't know. So I can't wait to find out because that'll be great. I'm really excited about that. Now... some of the storylines, and I have to say, some of the storylines are the clunkers, the ones that I'm like, oh God, really? Those are getting smaller and smaller. Like, the clunkers are going away, and it's more about the good stories. But one of the clunkers is Nicole's exit story. How have they made Nicole, who was one of the strongest women on that show, into a blithering idiot? I get that Eric is her first love and she'll always have, warm feelings for Eric, and vice versa. Okay, I understand that. That's great. But I mean, turning Brady also into like some psychopath, jealous. I mean, like, this is not... Those are not the characters that we knew and grew up with. Now, they have used some history Which, that's the one thing that Ron Carlivati does great, is he is great at using a show's history. And he is using Nicole's sibling, Brandon, although it would be nice if she mentioned Taylor once in a while too, but you know, whatever. Brandon to, you know, she says she's spending the night with Brandon, and then she finds it. But I mean, it was nice to hear Brandon's name mentioned. It was nice because he hasn't been forgotten. Also, although FYI, I would like to hear Bonnie mention Mimi and Patrick, right? Her kids, you know, even to Hattie, right? Because I know everyone doesn't know that she's Bonnie. Everyone thinks she's Adrian. Which, FYI, I love that story. I love that story because it is letting Adrian go back to Judy Evans. She's letting her be the opposite of Adrian, right? It is totally the opposite. She is incredible as Bonnie. She is. Oh my God. And it looks like she's having so much fun. Here's one thing though. Hattie, it would have been nice to see Hattie spend some more time with Nicole. And here's why. Hattie was best friends with Nicole's mother, Faye. Now, Faye was murdered. Who killed Faye? Was it EJ that killed Faye? Oh God, I can't remember now who killed her, but somebody killed Faye. She's dead. So it would be nice to see Hattie, I don't know, say hello, spend some time, or Nicole spend some time with Hattie to kind of like be close to her mom still. I mean, I don't know. I would like that, to see some Hattie and Nicole scenes, but that's just me. It's too late now because she's off the fucking show, so what are you going to do, right? Okay, so one of the other things that I'm loving also is Lucas's fall off the wagon. Although, here's the thing, though. I would have thought that he would have fallen into bed with Ann Milbauer. Oh my God, how did I forget her name? I love Ann Milbauer. Ann Milbauer I'm living for as well. Not as much as Susan Banks, but I am living for Ann Milbauer. And she's still on the cast, because I know this because she's coming to the Day of Days on Universal City Walk. And she because like, so for example, I was on the Facebook page. You know, I'm checking every day to see if there's anything I need to do, like any tickets or anything I need to get. And Patrika Darbo, who played Nancy Wesley, who was fierce actually, and she better get a hot husband too. I mean, like, she was just getting it. She was a sassy, in-your-face, nosy nurse, and then she had her hot doctor husband. I was like, you better fucking get it, bitch. You better get it. You better work. And I told her that too, and she loved it. She thought it was hilarious. So she actually responded on the Days of Our Lives Facebook page and said this is just for the current cast. So she's not on the cast anymore, which makes sense because she's kind of on the cast of Bold and Beautiful, but she wouldn't be the first person to do double duty. I mean, Aaron Spears, who plays Raines, Commissioner Raines, and he also plays Justin Barber on Bold and Beautiful. There's people that do Ned on General Hospital. Justin Kiriakis, he does both shows, General Hospital and Days of Our Lives. So it's not, and Eileen Davidson does Days of Our Lives and Young and the Restless. So it's not entirely impossible. And actually, you know what, to be perfectly honest with you, and I know that this might not be that popular of an opinion because it's going to, you know, put actors out of work, but I definitely think I like that. I like having actors move between the shows. To be honest with you, I think it's great, right? Because if anything, it'll just drive viewership up, which is soaps desperately need. So I'm all about that. If they can work with each other, you know, because I get that there was a time many years ago when there was like 4 soaps on every single network where networks felt very competitive with each other, and that makes sense. But times have changed, and we need to realize that. Times have fucking changed a lot. So now the soaps need to not be all network competitive. They need to be, we're all in this together, because I'm telling you, when we start, if they cancel any of them, they'll all just go. I'm telling you, it'll just be a matter of time. So anyways, I do want to say thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can also hashtag days to talk days of our lives, or you can also hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless. I'm doing that tonight. And you can also, I almost made it through the whole show without belching. Excuse me. You can also hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your inbox every single day. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.